Where has the been since I saw thee on Ilkla Moor, Baht?
Right, for those of you who saw the first part of my Ackling Dyke Roman Road video, this is the second part, which is over the ridge where we stopped last time. I'm down in the bottom in Thorncombe Wood, and I'm going to head up over Duddle Heath up to the ridge where we stopped last time. This is supposed to be a much better preserved part of the road, but I've got to be honest, I've never been up it. If you haven't watched the first part, where I go through Puddletown Forest, and I recommend you do, then Ackling Dyke, or Ackling Dyke, depending on your Latin tuition, is a bit of a mystery. It's a Roman road, yeah. It's got an agger, the raised bit, with the drainage ditches either side, but no one's sure when it was built. One theory is it was built by the 2nd Augusta when they had the headquarters at Exeter, where they improved a prehistoric route to make sure they got a link through to Londinium. The second and more plausible theory is that it was built late 4th century. They've done excavations up by Babbury Rings and Bockley Dyke on Ackling Dyke, and it shows to be fairly lightly used, and possibly from the finds and from the wear 4th century. It probably were a military route, but were then mainly used by the civitas settlements, the civilian settlements of the Durotrigians and I forget what the tribe is, Devonians were there in Devon, rather than a heavy military presence. Although we are quite near Dorchester, and there would have been, although it were quite a thriving Roman town, there would have been a Roman fort somewhere nearby, though it hasn't been found yet. So, without further ado, although I'm not looking forward to it because it's a steep slope, I'm going to head up towards Duddle Down and the better preserved bit of the road. So, with that, I'll see you later. Oh, this is a new experience for us. Horses. I was going to say it's not what you expect to find on a Roman road, but back in the day, 4th century, that's exactly what you'd expect to find on a Roman road. I'm not on the route of the Roman road because I'm following this fence line along here on the edge of the woods, so I've obviously missed the turn off. I think I should have stayed on that road at bottom. Never mind, we'll go back that way. We'll follow the fence up to join this footpath, then cut across to join the road again just up there, and then up over Bomston Heath or Duddle Heath up to where we stopped last time. We stopped there at the top of the incline to get up onto the ridge, and rain barrows are down here. I hope you can see all this. If not, I'm going to have to cut it out and put a map on top. We were at the vet's yesterday, and the vet were checking her over. She was only there for a checkup, so she could have some prescription medicines, worming pills and things. But the vet said her eyesight's not brilliant. She can see movement, she can see distance, but it's focusing that she's having problems with. She has to stare at things for a long time to work out what they are. So not only have I got a virtually deaf dog, I've got a half-blind one as well. You fit in well, don't you? Yeah, because I'm half blind and half deaf. Yeah. This is the Roman road. This is where we cross it. The GPS has located me here. So that's downhill. That's the way we should have come up. But I can't see any signs of a ditch. But I don't know. Because it's on a slope, they may not have bothered with them. But uphill looks a bit confused, but apparently it does turn into a good bit of Roman road. Just in case you thought I were insane, we're definitely on the Roman road because it says so. Scheduled ancient monument. Information board for Duddle Heath with the useful sign saying you are here. Right. So in southern Britain, many of the Roman roads were constructed in the years immediately after the invasion of AD 43, when areas were pacified. Maintenance of the roads became a civil matter, and like today, it was responsible to the local authorities. I mentioned earlier that the Duratrigian civitas, the civilian towns, gatherings, settlements, would look after it and maintain it. The road that survives in Thorncombe Wood and Puddletown Forest is part of a route that ran between the Roman settlements of Dunavaria, modern Dorchester, and Solvio Dunham, Old Sarum. And on the larger scale was part of the route between Exeter and London. It says the road may also have been a shore road that displayed Roman ingenuity and power as it climbed the hill where Thorncombe Wood is now, and army units marched along it would have been clearly visible from the well-populated area of Dorchester. The same effect would be gained just to the east, where the road runs along a prominent ridge that overlooks the Froome Valley. Not only should this road be valued as a well-preserved example, I'm out of breath, sorry, but the likelihood that it was used to intimidate the local population helps us to understand how the Roman army imposed itself on these people. So we're on the Roman road, we're on the Agger, with remains of a drainage ditch. There were runoffs. They didn't have any particular place for the water to go. They were just sort of like soakaways as much as anything else, the drainage ditches. But like I say, it's a fairly well preserved bit, this, because it were covered by scrub until it was cleared a few years ago. Yeah, this side has a really steep slope, so there's no need of a drainage ditch this side. And this side, it's virtually disappeared now, but signs of a ditch. And a vague bank as well. You can see the bank, the ditch and the bank, and probably a second ditch beyond it. So, right, it's a large dish, a larger, sort of wider but shallower sinkhole, or swallowed hole as the Ordnance Survey calls them. This is the really deep sinkhole on the top of the ridge where we were the other day, and that's where we've just come out at the top of the Duddle Heath section. Right, shall we have a sit down again in the same place as other day and have a drink? Oh. Right, I'm sat on my little stool on the ridge between Duddle Heath and Puddletown Forest. Ace is enjoying herself. Well, she's just staring into space at present. She's got her water, I've got my drink, and we're having 5 minutes before we head back down. The car's parked down at Thorncombe Wood in the car park there, so I'll go up to the cafe before we leave, I think, and have a coffee if we get back in time. It's been an interesting walk. I've only done the top half of the walk. I've never done the bottom half. So the bottom half of the Roman road into Thorncombe Wood. So that's going to be interesting. The steeper bit, but luckily I'll be going down. Right. A bit of mourning. Look at all the erosion and damage caused by mountain bikers. I don't know. Have they no shame? Don't get me wrong, in Yorkshire I used to ride a mountain bike myself to get fit, but not on any scheduled sites causing soil erosion. Right, I'm on the I'm on the Agger, and you can see quite clearly here the raised Agger with the ditches either side. A nice example of a Roman road, and about the right width, so it hasn't been eroded much at all. I thought I'd show you how high up we are. That valley below us, let me get this right, is the River Froome. It's also got the River Piddle in it as well. Well, Puddle, or what's the other name they have for it? Oh, I don't know. Trent, that's it. Piddle, Puddle or Trent, depending on how far up the valley you are. The Victorians apparently didn't like the name Piddle, so they changed it to Puddle. But that's the valley down in front of us. A few villages down there, but nothing, no towns. So this is Thomas Hardy's Rushy Pond, mentioned in some of his books. It's actually a Neolithic dew pond, or probably catch pond, as it catches runoff from the hillside rather than a classic dew pond. It's right next to the Roman road and halfway down the hill from the ridge to the bottom of Thorncombe Woods. So it would have been probably quite a welcome watering spot for the Romans. It's quite a wildlife haven as well. Obviously a permanent water source. It's never been known to dry. A permanent water source in the middle of a chalk upland would attract all the wildlife. And it's popular with the Dartmoor ponies as well, who come to swim in it and drink from it in summer. They're often seen laying in it, just chilling out. Back in the Thorncombe Wood bit of the Roman road now. We've left the Duddle Heath part. And looking at how steep this is, I'm glad we'd missed this bit on the way up. So we're going down it instead. We came up in a route through the edge of the Duddle Heath nature reserve, but we're going back following the Roman road through the wood on the way up, because this is the direction she wanted to come, and I decided no, it were further along. So we're heading back down to that big tree where I stopped last time and thought we were on the wrong path. How I missed it, on the way up, but there's a huge sign here saying Roman Road, scheduled ancient monument, and I actually joined the path 10 metres just down there on totally the wrong path. Never mind, we had an adventure, didn't we? It's not easy to see, but we're still on the Agger with sinkholes everywhere. One just back there, a deep one. This one here, Ace, deaf as a post.